Hey guys, welcome to another edition of Cruisin with Zach. Today we have the CEO of Ocean Positive Inc. He's also a waterman, he's an author, he's a public speaker, he's an endurance athlete. Chase Bruckner, welcome on the show.
Great. Thank you. I didn't even know the show was around until I hooked up with a couple of your former interviewees. I'm really honored to get the request here.
Well, I'm glad to have you on the show, and I'm glad that it worked out. You got to hook up with Alex down in Baltimore.
Yeah, I mean, it's a great networking thing. I mean, I got to know a little bit more about him, emailed him, and now he's going to help me out with some craft stuff. This is
beautiful.
Fantastic.
Oh,
yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit more about Ocean Positive Inc. What is it? What are you guys doing?
So I originally was in the corporate world, worked for some big corporations doing project management and development, and a few years back I did some stuff with National Marine Sanctuaries and landed me in American Samoa with a request from the governor to help address drowning issues and ocean and community health. And we launched Ocean Positive as a foundation to empower individuals to help protect themselves, their family, while also looking at improving the health of our oceans and local waters.
So you travel all over the world in these speaking engagements and educating people, and they also, in America Samoa, gave you the title of chief. I think that's a big deal.
Yeah, from Tennessee to American Samoa, so I was doing a lot of work down there and was made what they call matai in Samoan, which is a chief in the village of Aunu'u, and my Samoan name when I'm there is Wila Olasami, which translates into
easy for
lightning.
you to say.
Yeah, lightning in the ocean. So hopefully that means we're making a positive impact and not electrocuting anybody. So
there you go.
Yeah, but it's really incredible to be able to travel as much as we do and not just speak and tell people and share, but actually help them create programs that are going to stick around after we're gone.
Right. And how often do you visit and go back and see your works grow and see the education?
It really depends upon the program. This time last year, I was heading off to Zabrze, Poland to work with their surf lifesaving group. We now have a project manager in Poland helping with some of our Blue Journey initiatives, which are connecting oceans and communities. And so we haven't been back to Poland, but we keep in contact and help them with resources to develop stuff. I was in Australia in November launching a surf lifesaving program for para-athletes, bringing together physical therapist, and a hospital out of Brisbane with some surf lifesaving paddlers from the Gold Coast. And we stay in touch with them almost on a weekly basis as they develop their program.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
So you also but you did get a traditional Samoan tattoo. How bad did that hurt?
That was, and actually you can almost see a little bit of it.
Maybe if I have editing skills, I'll put a photo.
Skills.
I'm not sure.
It was one of the most painful experiences I've had. Now I've got other tattoos, but in this instance it takes about 3 people to give you the tattoo. They tap it out with bone and bamboo, and I had 3 5-hour sessions to do my chest and arm. So, but with them, it's not like you go, oh, I want this off the wall. They know your story, and mine is basically like a coat of arms. It's a story on my arm and carved into my body about my connections to the island and the culture of American Samoa.
Wow. You look like Maui from Moana. That's like my kid's favorite movie.
Yeah, well, ironically, that's what we dressed up as Halloween.
There you go.
Rather than my wife going as Moana, she dressed as the chicken.
What was the chicken's name?
The chicken.
Hey,
the chicken.
That's right. Oh, that's incredible. I can't believe you stood, 15 hours of needlework?
Over 3 different sessions. Now, if you ever wanted to get a pea, which is that full lower body piece, it's 6 days of 8 to 10 hours a day. That's a whole nother level. But
that is a whole nother level.
I did 3 6-hour sessions over a couple of years.
Jeez. So, traveling around the world, putting these programs in place, you still haven't hung up the goggles. You're still competing. What's next on the circuit? What are you doing?
Actually, that's the athlete side of it. We kind of operate, or I operate under the impression that what we do in the oceans makes us athletes, but what we do for the oceans and for our communities is kind of what makes us a waterman. And that athlete side is really linked to everything that I do. This is going to be a big year. We've got the Life Saving World Championships in Adelaide, Australia in November. and I'm an international ambassador for the organization, so we're helping with Masters outreach around the world and with their Developing Nations program. The burden with that is I'm still that kind of type A personality, so I get to go down to Australia and take on the best in the world on their home turf, and so training for that World Championships for me starts now.
There you go. So what kind of training you doing?
Mostly in the pool right now, because as we can see, our bay is pretty much frozen over. So while they complain about cold water temperatures in the Gold Coast being 65 degrees or 70 degrees, ours is what?
29?
29 or so.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of trail running right now, pool swimming, and then as long as there's not frozen over bays and 30-mile-an-hour winds, it'll be surf, ski, paddle, and get outside as much as possible.
That's so exciting.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure we'll touch base with you before then, see how you're doing.
Oh, it's going to be a great year, and also since we do so many trainings with other people, really it's a matter of being able to stay fit enough. It's more a quality of life and being able to take advantage of all these situations. If you're going to go to American Samoa or Hawaii or Gold Coast, you want to be fit enough and ready to be able to jump in and go for a paddle with any of the people that are joining us on our programs.
Sounds like a plan.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, was it lightning in water? Is that your
lightning in the ocean?
Lightning in the ocean.
Yeah.
Well, lightning in the ocean. How about we do a little lightning round?
Let's go. I've been ready for this.
Okay, you've been ready for it.
Yeah.
So, if you had to eat one food in a food eating competition and win, what would that food be?
One food.
One food. You had to eat the most of it in a certain amount of time, and you'd win. What would that be?
Geez, I don't know. We just talked about fasting.
Yeah, intermittent fasting.
Intermittent
fasting.
fasting.
Well, this isn't. You're during the 8-hour block. You can eat. What can you eat? Go.
Gotta be tacos.
Tacos. All right.
Yeah.
Go to Gregory's. Get some tacos.
Absolutely.
There you go. If you go back in time and tell yourself something when you were 16, what would you tell yourself?
Keep doing exactly what you're doing.
Beautiful. And if you can bring someone back from the dead and have dinner with them, who would it be?
My wife's father. He was a marathon swimmer from the 60s. I would love to get the chance to finally meet him.
Beautiful. Oh, you never met him?
No, he passed away when she was 12. I think it'd be great for both of us.
Yeah, that would be a great time. So good stuff. Where can people find you?
They can find me most of the time in Ocean City on the beach or in the pool. If they want to follow what we do, our website for our foundation is bcoceanpositive.org, and all of the initiatives that we launch are under the title Blue Journey. So it's Blue Journey Poland, Blue Journey American Samoa, but bcoceanpositive.org will land them to the best link.
Okay, perfect. Hey, thank you so much for being on the show, man.
This is great.
Yeah.
Just a quick trip down the island and we're back.
And we're back. See you guys.
Thanks, guys.